Katie Simpson was at the courthouse. Katie, take us through how high the stakes are.
This trial has the potential to test the limits of American democracy. Think about it. You've got a former president running for re-election accused of conspiring to rob Americans of a free and fair vote in an attempt to remain in power. Whatever happens will send a clear message to the country about the expectations of jurors and, more broadly, voters, and when it comes to the actions of their leaders. Donald Trump is well rehearsed for this moment. Heading into court for his third indictment in a 4-month span, he was whisked into Washington, D.C., greeted by demonstrators, a few dozen at most, and by curious onlookers, all in the shadow of the U.S. Capitol. It was a carnival-like atmosphere.
Yeah. All right, Trump, you gotta face the court.
No!
Yeah.
No. Trump's critics here to witness history.
I'm embarrassed for our country in that there's so many people that still believe in Donald Trump.
New York is in the house for President Trump.
While the former president's supporters remain confident his legal problems are actually helping his re-election campaign.
Every time that there's a new indictment, whether it's New York or whether it's Miami or back here in the swamp, he goes up another 5 to 7 points. So I'm looking forward to another 5-point Trump bump after today, after all the free advertising.
The crowd only glimpsed Trump in his motorcade that drove into a private courthouse garage. As he waited for the hearing to start, he reportedly stared at the man who led this investigation, Special Counsel Jack Smith, who sat a few meters away and did not return the gaze. Trump stood to enter his not guilty plea on charges he conspired to overturn the 2020 election, the judge warning Trump to follow his release conditions or else he may be held in custody before his trial. As Trump emerged from court, the Republican presidential frontrunner remained defiant.
This is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot. So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him.
So, Katie, are we getting any sense of when this case might actually go to trial?
There could be some clarity coming out of the next court date on August 28th. Prosecutors want a speedy trial. Trump's legal team wants to put this off until after the 2024 presidential election. Remember, Trump is already due in court next year for other trials. This will pull him away from a traditional re-election campaign. But there's nothing about Donald Trump that is traditional. He is smoking his political challengers despite his legal problems. And every time he gets in trouble, serious trouble, as his supporters say, he's seen a boost in the polls.
Katie, thank you.
Thanks.